We are back with another edition of Community Conversations. I'm here at RiverBar with Aaron Laipply. Aaron, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Bruce.
So I want to also get it correct. You also own Nana's in Westerly?
Correct.
And Nana's in Mystic?
In Mystic as
well.
And
then RiverBar?
And RiverBar.
Right?
Where we're at, yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about the genesis of how
yeah, sure.
how you landed?
So we started with Nana's Mystic about 5 years ago. Just wanted to kind of create a cool coffee shop and bakery. And focus on sourdough pizza because we thought that would be kind of a cool thing to bring to town. And then we've kind of just grown that. So we have an off-site commissary space where we do a lot of the baking, but then that evolved eventually to opening up Nana's Westerly, and then 2 years now, RiverBar.
Yeah. And so, and it all started with Nana's in Mystic.
Correct.
And I think one of the things that I think is really interesting about your business, because it's a tourist area,
yeah.
But you definitely have a focus on the locals. You appeal to them.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a hidden spot too, so you'd hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we pride ourselves. I mean, coffee is a great, I think, business model for locals and for tourists too. So, but yeah, no, we want to be as much a part of the communities in both Mystic and Westerly as we can. To be involved with you guys and what you guys do and bring to everybody on the Westerly, Pawcatuck, and Mystic side. And yeah, I mean, we live in a seasonal area, so you need to think about all the locals.
But I think that when you're looking at business and getting small business together and getting it started, everyone says location, 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 and you are on a major road, but you're not.
I don't disagree with them. When we found Nana's Mystic, we just thought it was such a little gem to be on the water right there. And we joke it's our restaurant on the water. Now we have this too, but Mystic, we're a little bit luckier. There's a great food scene already established, and there's more full-time residents than there was maybe pre-COVID, and that's right when we opened was 2020. So I would definitely say location's very important. But you could get away with, if you have a great product and you're friendly, then...
Well, I think that's part of the thing, is it is a great product.
Yeah.
And people want to find it, and they want to get served.
Yeah, I mean, we care a lot about our product. We want to create simple food, but just using great product.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's really just all the incredible farmers and resources that we have around us living here on the coast. It's pretty incredible. Yeah,
I mean, and what you kind of built, you do source locally.
Yeah.
And when you say locally, it's not just right here in southeastern Connecticut. You guys go out into New England, right?
We do, yeah. So, I mean, we could source from Mass. We can source a little bit from New York. But as much as we can, especially produce and herbs and greens, especially in summertime, is all local, is all from Connecticut, Rhode Island, very close by. And
when you guys created Nana's in Mystic at first, was it always going to be pizza as well?
Yeah.
Because the pizza product itself,
Yeah, and donuts, honestly, donuts was part of that genesis, as you said, at the very beginning. We had a private event that we did, and we made those donuts. And we were like, wow, sourdough donuts, you don't really see that a lot. And it just kind of steamrolled into we were already making country loaf and sourdough bread. And then we were like, let's take a stab at pizza too. So yeah, when we created Nana's, it was to try to compete with some of the best pizza shops in Connecticut.
Yeah, and then the Chamber, we've talked about it. The Chamber, we're southeastern Connecticut, we're Misquamicut and Niantic.
Yeah.
We're Mystic first and foremost, the Greater Mystic Chamber, but we have Westerly and Pawcatuck, and the connection. I think before even before Nana's went over to Westerly, there was this seeping over, and people and people connecting who are coming to Mystic, and that's kind of what we were trying to say is come to Mystic, but we don't have a beach. Go to Misquamicut. There's more to do.
Right. It's
and now you've connected them both too through Nana's.
Yeah. One of the reasons that attracted us to the location specifically where Nana's Westerly is the United Theater, and is what this group is doing when they created and built the United Theater. It's just such a special place. A lot of great music that they are bringing in, and they're very focused on the community too.
Yeah.
So, they have a music school that's behind the theater there, and that was one of the original conversations, was if we had a little Nana's next to that music school, just imagining all the kids and families that would be using that could benefit from having a Nana's right there.
No, I love I love that there's that idea of building off of another business and kind of building, continuing to elevate that community.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what you did. And then with RiverBar, you've it's a stone's throw from Nana's,
right?
And you continue to build it, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's only so much we can do with some of our local farmers with the Nana's, and then you create, or we take RiverBar, which is a 200+ seat restaurant. Now we can really start to source a lot of local seafood, which we don't focus on as much at the Nana's. So it just kind of opened up how much more we can really use the local farmers and help support them, and they can kind of help support us. And then it just brings great product to the town, to the community, to come here and have our food and know that you're actually supporting the local farm community too.
And I don't know the answer to this, I'll ask, but is there anything inside the restaurant or on the menus that say that you guys source local?
Yeah, so especially here at RiverBar, we have our own little section that just shows that rotates with the seasons what our local purveyors and farmers are. And then obviously our servers and bartenders are equipped with that information too, as we have specials and source different things, because now we're in spring, almost summer, and it's going to be exciting what we'll start to put into all of our menus.
Yeah, and when you guys took a look at when this space became available, did you guys know right away like that was going to be the next step, or does it just kind of show and you're like, let's do it?
Yeah, I mean, we loved this building and this space for years, and we're excited that we got the opportunity to kind of create our own restaurant here. And immediately we knew, just with its location and kind of what is already in Westerly, to try to really bring in some of these local fishermen and start to use like local Stonington scallops, and every now and again we use the red shrimp that are local here, and it's an incredible opportunity to really showcase what is around us. Just right here. So.
And when you was there anything when you made the decision to do this,
right?
Was there something that you hit the nail on the head on, or were you or did you learn some things that you anticipated in oh, that's not the way we thought it was going to work out? Or
sure. Well, I think we've been juggling back and forth since we started, to try to be a place that was like an everyday bar that you could get really good local seafood. But it's evolved into a little bit more of a celebration space as well. So we're kind of go back and forth, but it's really cool just having an oyster bar. Yeah, that's what really excites us. And our menu, with our oyster menu, is constantly changing and evolving. And oyster farmers had kind of a rough go of things over this last winter. So that also kind of forces us to change and use a lot of different oyster farmers. But it's exciting and it's cool to taste and try all these different local oysters. And so, I mean, it's been exciting. I think we still have a few more years to kind of really figure out exactly who we are and keep welcoming in the community.
Well, I think that's a really important point. You said you're 2 years in,
right,
and you're still not there. People don't understand that it's just a constantly evolving,
potentially, right? I mean, in my experience, I would say it takes a good 5 years to really figure out, who you are, what people enjoy about your business or your products, and you just got to kind of stay the course. And don't get discouraged and keep at it.
And also, don't land, because if you land, you're going to stop. You need to. Even with the chamber, we want to make sure we're ahead of the curve, and I'm sure you have to do the same thing. You look at Nana's, and as successful as it is, you guys are thinking, all right,
we're constantly changing things, and it might not seem that way to guests, but we are constantly sourcing different products, sourcing different purveyors, as much as we can to kind of stay ahead of the curve, and offer what people are really excited to come and try at our places. Our bread, our sourdough is a big focus, but we constantly trying to rethink that menu, how we can make it better, where we can get different local grains. So
No, I love that. I think that like, I think if you stop doing that, really, not only in restaurant, at the Chamber and other businesses, you just stop. Like you can't. You're gonna. The second you stop, people are gonna get ahead of you.
They are. Yeah, I think they'll catch on eventually that things are kind of a little static, right? So, and I think that just goes to show if you really love what you do want to keep continuing to change and keep continuing to look for better products or better ways to run your business or better ways to treat your guests too. Yeah. Right.
How important has the social aspect for you have been for you guys?
Media?
Social media. Has it been a game changer? Has it been okay? Like.
Yeah, it's a pretty crucial point to restaurants these days, which, love it or hate it. I think it's important that you do have a social media presence. It does seem to be that people are driven by social media to go try new restaurants or new places. So if you are taking a vacation with your family, more than likely you're not looking at some of the review websites. You're looking at your social media to find your next restaurant to try. So in terms of social media, I think we do invest a lot into our social media because we do see its importance. But also my business partner and I don't love being on our phones all the time. So it's a love and hate relationship.
And it's so crucial. Like you have to control it, right? You have to look at what you're putting out there. You don't, and this day and age too, you don't want it to be too refined, right? But you want it to have that hometown feel or whatever it is, whatever that sweet spot is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's, a lot of the videos that get the most likes or views are ones that are shot with your phone. Right? It's not a huge production. So, some of the more just like simple videos and simple photographs end up kind of appealing to the bigger crowds and drive traffic. Before we go, tell me your favorite, like what's your go-to at Nana's and what's your go-to at RiverBar? Okay. I think our calamari here is one of my favorite things. And we try to play into that Rhode Island style with like the pepperoncinis and the peppers. I think we got a little bit of a twist. We kind of have like two sauces we do with it. So I think that's unique and I love it. Nana's, it changes, but I just love as we evolve our pizzas. So that changes about 5 times a year. We'll change our pizza menus out. But then we do specials all the time too. So if you've never tried our sourdough pizza, I would say that would be
that's
my go-to.
Great.
Sure.
Well, listen, I want to thank you for joining us on Community Conversations. Another edition. I'm Bruce Flax, President of the Chamber, with Aaron Laipply, and we'll see you next week.